What's up, guys? It's Dave from Military to Millionaire, and today I am here to talk to you about the cheerleaders in your life. No, not those kinds of cheerleaders, but the cheerleaders who just tell you what you want to hear in life. Look, we all grow up having cheerleaders in our lives. You know, the people who don't ever tell you anything that you could improve on, everything's great. A lot of times this is our parents, right? And that's okay. It's good to have positive reinforcement. However, as we progress in life, hearing what we want to hear all the time does not help us improve. See, they say that people don't change unless there's pain. Think about it. You're not going to put on a coat until it starts to get cold. You're not going to take off the coat until you start to get hot. Now, those are very minor examples, but until you feel the pain of something that you haven't changed, you're not going to go and change. For example, you may continue over-leveraging real estate as long as it's working. But the moment the market starts to tank and you get foreclosed on one of your properties, you may very quickly realize that, hey, it's okay to put a little bit of money down because I don't want that to happen again. Now, I'm not saying that over-leveraging is a bad thing. You're not going to change your ways until things become uncomfortable. And that's a fact of life. So, when you have these cheerleaders in your life that aren't going to ever tell you anything that you did wrong or you could do wrong or you could improve on, it doesn't help you because there's no pain. Everything feels like it's going great, and that's okay when it is going great. Sure, these people, they want to motivate you, and it's great to have people in your corner. But I personally have kind of come to a point in my life where I want people in my life who are not afraid to tell me how I can improve. If I post content, don't tell me how great it is, although I love to hear that it's great and something you like about it, but tell me how I can improve the content so that the next time I post something, it is better for you. A prime example of this is my buddy Brian, who stayed at my house a couple weekends ago, and I told him, hey, look, I bought this mattress. I still haven't decided how I feel about it. Please be honest with me and tell me what you think after you sleep here for the night. The next day he tells me, hey, that was like a solid 4 out of 10 as far as Motel 6 goes, right? So clearly not a mattress that I want to have posted on my Airbnb. Now, if he had just told me, oh, yeah, it was good. Oh, yeah, it worked. I would have left it alone. And there's a very good chance that I would have gotten a negative review or two on my Airbnb saying the mattress was too firm, it wasn't comfortable, and that could very much hurt my Airbnb business as one of my extra rooms in my house. But instead, he told me, hey, not that great. I mean, if you were like really firm mattresses, it was okay. I would rate it a 4 out of 10. Oh, awesome. So I spent like $60, bought a little 2-inch memory foam pad for my mattress, put it on there. And I'm telling you, the second guest who stayed in there since then, the review today was, great words. But then in Airbnb, you can send a private message to somebody after you review the property. She said the best thing about the room was the bed. It was so comfortable. And that, to me, that feedback he gave me, instead of telling me like, oh yeah, it's fine, and tell me what I wanted to hear, that not only did it save me from a negative review, but it got me an awesome review. Another 5-star review in the books, cha-ching, which helps my business. Another prime example would be my friend Alex Felice, who I would say occasionally, but it's much more than occasionally, tells me things that I can improve. He does not ever tell me what I want to hear. Why do you think Alex and I are such good friends? He tells me what I need to hear. His critiques on all sorts of things drastically help me with my business. In fact, the reason I'm sitting down instead of standing up, which, by the way, after you smash that like button right now, let me know if you like the seated version of these Angry Marine rants. I feel like it's not as angry, and I think it kind of messes up the persona. I think the standing up gives me a lot more energy, but I wanted to try it. And this brings in a very valuable point from what I was just talking about. This mic right here is directly because of Alex. Not directly because of him that I bought it, but I had been wanting this microphone for a long time. And I was going to do some B-roll scenes and some stuff, and I knew that it might look more professional for me if I was doing B-roll where I had this, now I look the podcaster part, right, with the nice professional mic in my face, if I had this prior to me doing the B-roll. But it's expensive. This is a very expensive microphone, and I've been saving up for a while for it, but I was talking to him about it, and he was like, dude, it's absolutely worth it. Go for it. Perfect. Somebody who I know won't tell me what I want to hear, and I trust their opinion because I know they'll shoot me straight, telling me that it's a good idea to spend the money on a business endeavor. Absolutely trust. Somebody who always tells me what I want to hear, maybe, right? But don't tell me how great something is. Tell me how I can improve it. Now, that's not to say be an asshole, right? It's a fine balance. So for those of you who are looking at this from a coaching perspective, the Marine Corps teaches us a skill as like a recruiter. I learned this as a staff NCOIC for recruiting duty. The way that you do this is you say, when you're giving feedback, it's, hey, you did this, 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 and this really well. There's some positive feedback, right? However, there was this one area where you could tweak it. So for example, if I was to critique myself on a recent speech, and this is some feedback I got, my movement around the area was great. I controlled the stage. I made sure to make eye contact with people. I made plenty of gestures, sometimes a little bit too many gestures, but all of that was good. My command presence, my stage presence, all great. The one thing that I could work on is that I talk too fast. And it sometimes feels as though I'm trying to fit a whole lot more topic into the time that's allotted rather than cutting the topic down to fit the allotted time professionally. Now, you see how that sounds? That is how criticism and critiquing could sound or should sound if you want to get through to the other person. Now, if I just said, hey, yeah, your speech was good, you walked around, I liked your eye contact, it was awesome, I wouldn't have any idea that I was speaking too fast or that I was trying to cram too much into a small amount of time. Also, if somebody just said, man, you talk way too damn fast, that sucked. Well, you're going to kind of tune that out. So critiquing people is an art. And the art is to let them know you care by giving them some good things they did, some positive feedback, but to never forget to tell them what they can improve on. Personally, I will prefer somebody who gives me harsh or solid feedback over somebody who tells me what I want to hear every day. There's actually a couple people in my Toastmasters group who I intend on asking personally to review me and to critique me and my speeches because I know that their evaluations will be very honest. Not only are they skilled and they can give me great feedback and pointers that will actually help me, but I know they'll be honest with me, and that's huge. So my challenge to you guys is this. A, be a person who's not afraid to tell people something that they need to hear, even if it might not be comfortable for you or them. But B, surround yourself with people who challenge you. Don't surround yourself with people who just cheer you on. As nice as it is to have somebody playing cheerleader song like OMI in the background, it's not going to help you improve. It's not going to help you reach your full potential. It's just not. That's the bottom line. It will not help you reach your full potential because it won't force you to change. There will be no pain, there will be no discomfort, and you will just be living with your little cheerleader going and telling you what they think you need to know and not telling you what you need to hear, telling you what you want to hear. That doesn't help you. I want to take a moment and do something just a little bit different before I wrap this up, and that is answer a comment that I received the other day on video. And if you guys like this, please comment down below and let me know if you like this, and I'll start doing it more when I get good comments. So this is from Cameron Sturdivant, and it says the TSP max is like $19,500 a year, correct? Which it is. So that would be roughly greater than 30% of my monthly income as an O1. So he's a second lieutenant. Would it be wise to invest that much? Now, there's a couple of different ways to look at this, and the answer is if you can afford it, sure, why not? But maybe you don't invest it all in your TSP. Now, I will say that I wish I had been able to or had known enough to invest the full $19,000 or whatever it is at the time you're listening to this into the thrift savings plan when I was a young Marine. If I had been able to be disciplined enough to do that, my finances would be so much better right now. It would be insane. So, sir, I would tell you, you should invest as much as you possibly can into it for the first few years without bankrupting yourself, right? Like, obviously, be reasonable and be able to survive. But I would definitely do that. Now, depending on where you get stationed, you could potentially house hack. And as a young lieutenant, I think this is one of the greatest strategies. So definitely look into house hacking with roommates and whatnot in a way that you can save more money on your mortgage. And then this hit to your savings wouldn't be that big. So I definitely say maybe you don't go the full $19,500, but the most that you can invest and justify without really tapping into your expenses, I would definitely say yes. The more, the better, especially as you're young, because compound interest has time to work, and that's incredible. For more information, go to my thrift savings plan video right now.